the guy that they featured on
I
the
think you're talking
Minds.
about Bob Dub.
No, not Bob Dub. It
No,
was that
no, not
other
Dub
dude.
Dub.
That other dude that
The other dude,
No,
the other
that was
dude.
streaming. I wasn't streaming. She was, wasn't she?
I
Or
it,
was I?
it was. I know you were streaming. They put a contest up. Whoever could stream the longest would win a prize.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
You remember that?
It was
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
I
promotion
remember
of the live.
something,
Yeah,
but I can't
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Is it GTP? Yeah, game test play. Yeah.
No, no.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Game
and
Test
they
Blake.
didn't
He
actually,
streamed for a while.
and they didn't release the name early. They took the time to actually do anything about it.
Yeah, that's
If
Yeah.
you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Game Test Play should have won the stream thing.
yeah. He did quite a
Mhm.
Sure.
bit. And this guy, I forgot his name. He just vanished. Yeah, that's why I said he was a
Oh,
shill.
He won and then he vanished.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like.
Hey, well, I'm not sure if we're on topic exactly. You mentioned this guy. He was a techno type expert or what have you.
Mhm.
But speaking of technical issues and
Mhm.
and minds, of course, and just general the internet scuttlebutt, dialogue, discourse, what have you. The term net neutrality, we're endlessly gaslighted, it seems, on so many fronts via the mainstream media and our governments too. Surprise, surprise. And the two of them working together. This is every nation state really on the face of the earth. Money, military, media, and government is a concept or term when you break it down and just look at it. Just I don't think everybody knows what it actually means. It's real simple. Are you guys clear on this? Up to speed? What does government actually mean? It's you etymologically gubernmente.
Mhm.
You're hacking. That's
Somebody's googling it.
yeah.
It's to control the
I'm,
mind. Come on,
no,
dude.
Exactly,
Oh,
man.
no,
I'm trying to see
mind
what
control.
I'm trying to see
Mind
what
control.
Jim and I think of net neutrality.
No,
What's that?
I have my
Mind
theories
control.
on.
So, look, okay, so net neutrality in particular is really the issue that I like to just throw out there. And the way that once it's the gaslighting and straw manning, and the framing is so much, of course, with any issue that is in part of public discourse, the way it's put together, the way it's presented, and essentially sold to the public, really. But net neutrality, it's such nonsense because when we hear this, most people were led to believe, and there's that little catchphrase, led to believe. It all has to do with upload and download, kind of like bit rate, internet speeds, and things like that. I say total bullshit. That's a total
one way.
misnomer.
That's one
People are being
method.
misguided. Let me finish. And that it more to the point has to do with, if you think about it in the purest sense, laissez-faire, hands off. All content, all items, comments, links, and so forth are treated equally. That there's no favoritism played, or there's no gaming of the system, as it were. And well, we know how we've all heard of algorithms, of course, and you guys being, I think, Tran and Mark in particular, the tech guys. I'm not sure Roger to what extent, but I think we all are able to fathom and grasp how the impact that algorithms have on content, and they can be throttled down or adjusted with the point where you're shadow banned, as an example, and so on and so forth. So that's where I'd like to take back the way so much man-made climate change. That's another one. Trust the science. All these ridiculous slogans: war on terror, war on drugs. It's like no, it's the war on
Slogans
something.
make big newspaper headlines.
Total bullshit.
People understand slogans.
Yeah.
People might not understand concepts, but they understand slogans.
they
Wait,
don't.
are you defending slogans now, Mark? I thought you were.
I guarantee you.
I'm just looking at it
Stop,
from the
stop allowing
average
ourselves to be so
Joe.
easily brainwashed. You know, and just led
Well,
like around, you know,
You're never going to get an
sheeple,
entire
you know.
population of to, yeah.
Wake up, folks.
Well,
Wake up. Start asking more questions, you know, really, and thinking critically. That's what's required.
That whole net neutrality thing, though. I've got my whole ideas on that. And from here in the United States, we had a big movement against net neutrality here, and I finally comprehended what they were saying. But at first, when I heard it, it was like, yeah, that'd be cool, man. Have net neutrality, and we'll all be safe. And I had that whole attitude until somebody broke it down to me, and he said, no, wait, understand what they're trying to say to you, okay? And then he explained it to me. So instead of trying to do it like him explain it to me, I'll just kind of say what he said. He said it, look at it like this, okay? You know how the electric company is, right? You know how you pay the electric bill, and that's a utility, okay? The same thing goes with your gas, and the same thing goes with these things that come into your house. Those are utilities. Now, when they say net neutrality, what they want to do is they want to turn the internet into a utility. So what does that mean? Once they turn that into a utility, that means that these governments can freaking regulate the internet like they do electricity, they do energy, they can regulate that. So that means they get to tell you if you can or cannot use the internet.
We have seen that we've seen that in the UK in relation to the online safety bill, or act as it is now, and in Australia at its present moment, the 16-year-old and minor sort of bill. I think it's still a bill at the moment.
See, that's net neutrality. That's that good.
And it's exactly what you just said there, is Roger, is completely contrary and at loggerheads with exactly the opposite of what net neutrality should be. It's net neutrality, as I said, hands the fuck off. Yep. Laissez-faire. Let everyone have their comments, have the content out there. For just, you know,
at the moment.
It's a free market of ideas, man. Free market.
Conservative free market ideals are.
Jesus Christ! This government intrusiveness and overreach, and just, you know, we need to be the watchdogs, definitely, and on guard, and very whistleblowers essentially. They hate fucking whistleblowers.
Yeah.
You could argue the American First Amendment, but the American First Amendment only holds water in America. If you're a big multinational company like Google or Facebook or Meta, you've got offices in other countries, you've got to abide by their rules as well.
No, it's just like I told you before. It's where your address is listed when it comes to being
if you've got a office in the UK, Google has got quite a few offices in the UK.
Just move
it. And then that reduces. And one of the biggest money spinners for these mainstream social media companies is not the social media platforms themselves. It's the tax operations.
Yeah, let me throw something at you. You know why these telephone?
That's why you've got
all
these companies, subsidiaries of subsidiaries of subsidiaries of subsidiaries, all about moving money
about the towers.
from A to B.
Yeah, look at the Panama Papers, the offshoring, and the way that these people like Putin and others, and by the way, has Assad now been poisoned up in Russia supposedly? I don't even know if he's still alive. You know, he just found unresponsive the other day, wasn't he? So, but they've got these offshore, these havens and tax shelters, and they just there's just the level of it's quite disgusting. The gross discrepancies, really. You know, in the way that. But think about. I mean, hey, that's just, you know, some people, everybody, not everybody wants to rule the world, but some people certainly do, and they've got, you know, the golden rule, right? Those with the gold make the rules.
Well,
So who do you think it's going to benefit? Of course.
what I was getting at too is like with these telephone companies, I don't have to own the tower. I just have to bounce my frequency off the tower. You see what I mean?
Yeah, this is why the US has only got 4 infrastructure providers: AT&T, T-Mobile, and
It's all
the other
sewn
2.
up.
Third,
You got
yeah.
Yeah, that's why we pay the internet. That's why we
And
pay
in
our,
the
our
UK,
monthly
there's only
internet fee
technically
connection
2
fees.
Mm-hmm.
license holders, or 2
Hands off.
infrastructure providers. All the other companies buy licenses from those companies.
Mm-hmm.
Those 3 or 4
Have you ever heard
companies.
of a company called Mediacom?
Possibly
You can
one of
Google
many
that one.
companies.
You can Google that one if you want. Don't worry about it. That's not cheating. So, but they're one of the biggest ones here. Everybody talks about Walt Disney being so huge and stuff, and nobody pays attention to companies like Mediacom. All right, Mediacom owns like the majority of all the internet in the United States. The biggest majority of it.
When you say they own the internet, what do you mean? You don't own the
They
internet.
own the service. Here in the United States,
Okay.
Here in the United States, like if I have a internet provider that's here, and you have a competitor that wants to bring their internet into the area, they have to have permission to do it. If they aren't,
Yeah.
if they don't have
US, there's a lot of, like everything in the US, there's a lot of lobbying, and that's a corrupt area of the US politics.
you see, it's like nobody can just start up an internet service in my area. They have to have permission.
They all want a cut of the action, man. A piece of the pie.
The mafia.
The big
Well,
dog.
Well, that's
yeah,
what I forgot. Yeah,
4.8.
military, money, media, and the 4th M, mafia. Yeah, it's not just scams.
AT&T, Sprint Corporation, which is part of T-Mobile US, T-Mobile US themselves, which is part of a German telecom AG subsidiary company, and Verizon are the 4 infrastructure companies, the only 4 big infrastructure companies in the US.
That's crazy.
Everybody, all the other ISPs buy licenses off them.
Mm-hmm. And where do they get their license from?
The government. Comes under the communications FCC.
Look at the Trudeau. I think it was a cultural. These people are just, just really quite something. I think it was the cultural heritage minister a couple of years ago. They were really pushing hard, trying to get things to the point where, as anyone considered to be a journalist would be required to be licensed. Exactly what you're talking about. They would need to issued by the state.
Yep.
Wasn't that in this day called
to function and work as a so-called journalist?
It's crazy. It really is.
Yeah.
Castro Jr.
I know.
Queen Justine Castro. He's on his way out.
Certain US, certain Canadian media news agencies will do receive state subsidies, whereas other companies such as Rebel News.
Oh my God! Oh hell yeah!